Hey everybody, Lazarus Prime again. Now, I'm here today. I'm going to talk about something which I have been thinking about for a while, and it's the how do I put this delicately? It's the rather unfortunate what is the rather unfortunate tendency overall because I have encountered only two titles that actually keep track of this or keep track of some information in regards to trophies. Um, or achievements, depending on which system you're using. Um, but but the fact of the matter is, it's for some trophies or achievements or what have you, that that when you reach a certain milestone, and like say Marvel vs. Capcom, where if you reach a certain number of matches, um, and the various modes. And like one in particular says that one in particular you get an achievement for reaching for playing 5 offline battles, and then the next one is 50 battles, and then there's another one for 100 and so on. Um, and one thing I just don't get is why can't you look up as how many you have to go? You know, because sometimes you have to want is because I'm not the type of person who just goes out and deliberately tries to achieve that stuff. It's one of those things where you have to wonder, okay, now how many do I have to go? I mean, like, it's just really annoying at times where you just have to wonder, okay, now how far along am I in this for this achievement? Now, the two games I've encountered that do this well are NASCAR Heat 2 and and the Sega Genesis Classics for the that just came out um, the Classics collection, or I think I don't remember exactly how it's worded, and I'm not gonna look it up. I have it right over there. I just don't know. I just don't care enough that you go get it. Still, I mean, stuff like I say, Marvel vs. Capcom, MLB The Show doesn't let you see how far along you are in some stuff. Mass Effect, the Mass Effect games. I mean, there was this one. And there's also the fact that sometimes the way that how do I put this? The way to unlock a given trophy or achievement can be a bit confusing because of how it is worded. Like there's one trophy and there's one achievement or trophy in Mass Effect Andromeda where you have to use the concussive shot, lance, or incinerate on a floating enemy, and there's this one entire race that has uh, where um, where multiple units never touched the ground, and a lot of people were under the impression that they were classified as floating. When no, it turns out they were actually flying, at least technically. Um, so yeah, and so it was, and so it turns out that you have to have the biotic singularity power, which those of you who play Mass Effect games will know what I'm talking about. And you have to hit them with that. And the same also applies to the there's another achievement for melee hitting melee attacks with your biotic amp or your omni blade, respectively. Um, which does get a little confusing because you were thinking that after you hit an observer 40 or 50 times, you have to start to wonder, okay, why am I not after you hit your 20th if you hit so many I think I hit upwards of I had to hit upwards of 30 or 40 remnant observers before I realized, okay, they probably don't count for whatever reason. But anyway, yeah, let's see. Yeah, still, I mean, there's that, and I'm trying to think here. Like I said, there's also like I said, so it's usually stuff when it's stuff like numbers related, or like how many times you have to, um, like how many times you have to do a certain action, or how many times you have to enter a match, or what have you. There really should be like a way to. There really needs to be like a way to keep track of that, so you know how far along you are, so you don't just to see. Especially for. So yeah, I mean, boy, couldn't think of anything else to discuss on that front. It's not like, it's like some stuff is really difficult anyway. So some stuff is frustrating, and the only reason you play it is because you want to get a specific, especially if you're trying to get a specific achievement. Especially for something where you're not likely to want to keep it around very long anyway. I mean, like I said, NASCAR Heat 2 I'm probably going to keep because of certain development since then. It's the last game to feature Dale Earnhardt Jr., for example, and it's also the last game to feature and it's also the last game they featured Chase Elliott in the 24, there's also, and it's also the last one to feature Danica Patrick as a series regular. So there's gonna be that. But yeah, like I said, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I mean, like I said, there's one trophy you would think would be relatively easy to achieve. But it says like you had to get 50 matches, and honestly, I just don't know how the hell it's supposed to work. I mean, evidently it does. In fairness, it does still say ultra, or it does still say very rare. So it's not like a lot of people have done it yet, despite how long it's been out. Which is probably because of how people have lives outside of gaming. So there's that. And also, most of you already know this, but Mass Effect fan here. Yeah. It's an N7 shirt. Bought it from BioWare's website back in December. Did not yet as a present. But yeah, like I said, so that's a good question. Should there be a way to keep track of how far along you are in regards to certain trophies? So leave your comments below the video, and as always, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get myself out there. So, signing off.